Hello Willy Gamers, it is Canaria Bird here. Today we are playing some Homefront TDM on the map Green Zone. This game came out yesterday. It's a Saturday today as I'm recording this. I don't know when this video will go up. Hopefully on the same day, if that will even happen. I don't know. But yeah, this game is really solid. I've been playing this game to death ever since it came out yesterday, and I really recommend you go pick this up. It is such a good game. I'm going to be playing this quite a lot. I don't see myself playing Call of Duty for quite some time, considering this game's just came out and Crisis 2's out in a couple of weeks' time. In fact, I think it's out next week, I believe. I think it is. Yeah, it's out next week, isn't it? Yeah, brilliant. So that comes out next week. So got loads of new games coming out, and basically this game, I'm using the Vector. This is the first game I'm using with the Vector. I'm quite familiar with this gun from Modern Warfare 2. I know this gun has a high fire rate, so I know how to use it. I'm quite experienced with it. It used to be one of my favourite guns back in the day. So so yeah, I do pretty well with it, I believe. I got a nice little streak at the beginning here. I see some guys at the top of this huge, whatever the hell this thing is. I don't even know. But this map, it looks as though it's not in America. This one, I believe, might actually be in Korea, because I think that the landscapes look Korean, you know. You can see, like, in fact I need to have a look in the background over there, because I just saw some buildings over there. I need to go check that out, whether or not it's in Korea or not. But it just looks like it, and it's got all the Korean flags and stuff, and all the buildings are very derelict either, compared to all the ones in like the other maps like Borderlands and Suburban Cul-de-sac, which have their houses ripped down, bombs all over the place. And look at those two buildings there, they're completely intact, so I don't know. But yeah, if you go into this game, and I would recommend you play TDM first before you go into the other game type, which is ground control. There's only 2 game types in this game, however, which I'm not really too fussed about, because I don't really matter about the game type that much. It's just as long as I can go around killing some people and doing something that is objective based, which is what ground control is. With ground control, people just think, oh, it's domination from Call of Duty, it's a rip. The thing is, it's a little bit different to domination. It's like, it's a cross between domination from Call of Duty and rush from Battlefield. So you got to capture all those 3 points and hold them for a while, then you kind of move on to the next set of objectives further down the map, and it kind of moves along that way. And it's like, in fact, I would think of it more like domination from Call of Duty, war from Call of Duty World at War, and rush from Battlefield. That's the way to think of it as. And yeah, it's actually a really good game type. I really would recommend Call of Duty to the guys at Call of Duty and Infinity Ward to actually take that on, because that's actually a lot of fun. And this game's really good. I mean, it's got dedicated servers. That's one thing I don't quite understand about Activision and Treyarch and Infinity Ward can't do. They're such massive companies, especially Treyarch. Treyarch is huge. They're going on for more than a decade. The game developers behind this kind of like made this. Well, sorry, the game developers behind this are not particularly big. They only made one game before this, and it wasn't really particularly any good compared to this one, which is massively good. But yeah, they are a really small company, the guys that made this, and they can afford dedicated servers, and Treyarch can't. Something's going wrong there. Something is seriously going wrong there. So I'm not gonna trust those guys anymore. I'm sorry. I really lost my trust in you, Treyarch. If you can't afford dedicated servers and these guys can, there's something going wrong. I'm sorry. But yeah, and I see on the scoreboard the lobby's filled up quite considerably, which is very nice. It's a 16-man lobby. I think this is. You can get up to 32 players, but I stuck into a 16-man server, just because the 32 one is pretty hectic and is I don't know. I don't like it. It's not. Well, I do like it. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of chaos, but I prefer to not die as much, if you know what I'm saying. I don't know how I didn't kill that guy. There's some other guy in the Humvee just kind of like coming over here. But the main topic of this video is probably what you guys really want to know, is tips for Homefront, and I'm going to give you guys that right now. Tip number 1 is always run the RPGs. I can't stress this enough, because the RPGs are so freaking useful. You will not believe. You always get loads of these guys, like you saw before, some guy in Humvees just running around in the cars. The RPGs just kind of like obliterate them, and you can nearly always get double kills and shit off them, and it gives you a shit ton of battle points. And it's like, oh my god, I can't stress it enough. Use the RPGs; they're so useful. Tip number 2 is something else I would try and use is the personal UAV. That's a really good little. A lot of people call them kill streaks. I'm going to call them skill streaks, just because you have to kill people. Like, you get more battle points if you hit someone in the head, and if you get like a revenge kill. So I'm going to call them skill streaks. So it's building up your skill as you go along, and you can spend all your skill points on. I know they're called battle points, but I'm going to call the little rewards that you get skill streaks. Okay, so next tip, always, well, I'm going to say you got to know the maps, and it didn't take me very long to know some of these maps. Greenstone is one of the easiest to know off by heart, because there's not many buildings, a lot of it's quite open, so you always got to stick to your surroundings and always be prepared to be flanked, because that's what a lot of people tend to be doing. So it's a lot more can't say this word, strategic, they call it duty. So yeah, that's all I can really say. Just stick to your surroundings, and I'll just move on to the next tip, which has to be, I'm gonna say you gotta try out all the guns, try out all the attachments. Don't just stick to one kind of gun, because they are very balanced. If you find one gun that has a lot of damage but quite a lot of recoil, there's another gun out there which has low recoil but a little bit less damage. If recoil is your problem, that's the gun to go for. Personally, my favourite gun so far in this game is probably the PSW Diablo, which I think is the first SMG you get, and I just like to quickly point out that the SMGs are so freaking beast. Those things, there's only 2 SMGs, the PSW Diablo and the Vector, which I'm holding now. They are beast. They are like the bee's knees, man. You got to go try them out. They just experiment with the attachments on it. After playing around with the Vector quite a bit, I'd recommend, if you're going to use the Vector, either a silencer or a red dot sight. Don't bother putting the holographic sight on it. I mean, the iron sight's really good on this, so I recommend the silencer more than the red dot sight. But if you really struggle with the iron sights at the moment, use the red dot sight. It's a lot more easier to use. I don't really find the holographic sight that useful. It's really hard to use, and it seems to add a lot more recoil, in my opinion. I don't know about you guys, but it just does. And I would only recommend the holographic sight on the what's the gun called? I forgot. Oh yeah, the M4 rifle. Only put the holographic on there, 'cause it's the only gun it's really effective on. So that's the only really attachment I use on the M4, because the iron sight on the M4 makes, when you fire in it, looks horrible. It looks disgusting, and I hate it. So the iron sight for the M4 is really not at all great. So I really would not recommend you guys try that out. And another little tips and tricks, get used to the vehicles, because I'm going to tell you now that the controls for the vehicles are so weird. They're pretty much the Halo where you control vehicles, but even still, even though playing that game, I find it still really hard to control them, and it's really difficult. You kind of like move forwards and backwards using the left stick, and you steer using the right stick. It's really freaking weird. I'm more used to the left trigger being your brake and the right trigger being your accelerator kind of thing. So it really is a little bit kind of weird. So yeah, like, that's pretty much all I got for tips for you guys. So know your surroundings, get used to the vehicles, experiment with different weapons, use RPGs, use a personal UAV, and I swear to God the white phosphorus is I think that's what it's called. I swear to God that is the best skill streak you can get in this game. It is like so beast. It's so epic when you see one of those go off. It's like a napalm strike from Black Ops, but it kind of like goes down in a circular radius, and it just rains fire, and it looks freaking epic, and it's like the best thing ever. So I don't think you see one of them in the remainder of this game. So I believe I've got less than 2 minutes left of this gameplay. So that's been pretty much all I got for you guys. I'm pretty sure after playing it a little bit more, I'll be able to know a few more tips. Come over to my channel to check those out. I'll be doing a lot of Homefront in the future. I mean, this game has got lots of potential. This is like the start of like a new franchise. I want Chaos Studios to take this on, make like a Homefront 2, but not right now. We really want to focus on some DLC before we actually get onto the second game. But in the meantime, just patch things first, get some stuff right, make it the perfect game, because it almost is there for me. I gotta tell you that now. So yeah, just you guys at Chaos Studios have got to try and take this game into the next generation of games consoles. So that's really you guys' focus, because this game is really good. It's like, if I had to choose 3 games it's a crossover of, I would say Call of Duty, Medal of Honor, Blacklight Tango Down, which are all really good games to some extent, except Call of Duty just sucks now. I mean, I can't go in there anymore. I went in there like last night after playing like 6 hours of this, and I can't shoot, man. I can't play the game for shit. It's like really weird. I just cannot play that game anymore. So I'll play this, and this is gonna keep me interested for quite some time. So hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Thank you Elite Gamers for uploading, and I really am thankful. It's been a pleasure talking to you guys, and I'll see you guys later, I guess. So don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. I mean, I love reading comments. I'm a bitch for comments, you know. I really love reading them. So yeah, the gameplay is just about to wrap up. We win, I believe. I think we win. I'm not too sure, to be honest. But yeah, the gameplay is right in the end. So yeah, we win 12,000, 10,100. So see you guys later. Bye, guys. Bye bye.